At the last second, he now goes to the line and completes the three-point play.
Dallas had trailed 61-60 with 5 minutes left in the third. Outscored the Spurs 21-8 before that three-point play. Ginobili defending against Kidd, trying to post up his Butler against Mason. Crashing the boards. There's Brendan Haywood getting the loose ball. New clock for Dallas. Barea finding Marion, guarded by Bogans. Turnaround bank shot out of bounds, and last touch by Dallas.
Well, it's a battle inside there on the glass. You've got to go up strong. Hayward's got a lot of length to him, and basically what Dallas is doing is they're taking advantage of the size that they have over the smaller San Antonio players, posting them up, going to them, and making San Antonio have to defend those post-ups.
And we'll see if the Spurs can yet make another run in the game as Ginobili gets it over to Bonner. Here's Jason Kidd. Takes it all the way for the basket. Kidd now. He's in double figures.
First rule of transition defense, somebody's got to stop the basketball, not at the rim. Got to stop it up higher.
First fast break basket since the first quarter for Dallas. And they're up by 11. Bonner in the paint. In and out. Duncan. What a tough basket by Duncan. I don't know how he spun it off the glass. Gets the basket and is fouled.
The second time Bonner's missed a little floater like that where they've gone in and come right back out again, but Duncan wrestles it away from Butler, scores it, and the foul goes to the line to try and finish this three-point play.
And Dirk Nowitzki back in the game. Mason and Bogans will go out. And Tony Parker and Richard Jefferson come in for San Antonio. Jason Terry will give Jason Kidd a rest. And Kidd leads the game, having hit 2 threes and leading and quarterbacking this offense. And Duncan finally makes the and one, the third situation he's been in that tonight. The lead is 8. And Michael Smith going over to the scorer's table.
Could be the 24-second clock didn't start. Now this is one of the things that Popovich was so emphatic about, that we don't want to keep running back in transition defense. And watch Kidd with the basketball. Who's going to step up and stop the ball? You can't keep saying you got him, you got him. You've got to go get him yourself. Stop him before he gets to the rim. He knew, Popovich told us, if we're in transition a lot tonight, that's a problem.
4 minutes gone by in the fourth now. Parker on Barea. 8 on the shot clock. Nowitzki. Marion to Terry. In and out. Terry now 0 for 6 from the field. And the Spurs trying to get some points back. Jefferson going in is fouled. And a tough collision underneath. Brendan Haywood with his second personal foul.
Been a tough opening playoff game for Richard Jefferson, who they brought in and were counting on so heavily to be a major contributor. He got himself in early foul trouble, went to the bench, didn't play any minutes in that first half. Here he comes back and finally gets to the line to hit his first free throw of the night.
Coming up next, it's game 1 between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Harlan and Doug Collins will have the call from Phoenix.
Both of them could be considered for Coach of the Year. I'm talking about Nate McMillan and Alvin Gentry. Both guys have done a terrific job this season.
I thought you meant Kevin Harlan and Doug Collins.
Though they could be too. I mean, Doug is coach, we know that. Kevin, maybe Kevin's coaching on the side.
He's a coach at the table. Here's Nowitzki with Bonner. Trying to make it tough for him. Haywood to Marion. Reverse layup. Right now, Dallas is getting some easy layups.
Passing the basketball, looking over the top of the San Antonio defense. A nice interior passing, sharing of the basketball.
Bonner with a three. So Bonner, good three-point shooter for a big man. And now it's a 5-point Maverick lead. Plenty of time remaining here in the fourth.
You took a couple of the people that are on the floor. Bonner won. Mason was on there a second ago. Popovich relies on them to spread the defense out and make three-point shots.
Here's Terry. Marion with a runner, banks it in. Marion has done it defensively, now doing it on the offensive end. 9 points, 4 here in this fourth quarter. The lead is 7. Tony Parker driving by Nowitzki with a runner, and Tony Parker with the field goal. And again, it's a 5-point lead.
Parker just turns up the jets a little bit and turns the corner when he sees Nowitzki switch out on him.
And a lot of that points in the paint is because of penetration, not necessarily because of the big men scoring inside for the Spurs. 7 on the clock. Terry finally gets his first basket of the game. He has never gone scoreless in a playoff game, has Jason Terry. That's 57 games before tonight. And again, the Mavericks up by 7. It's hard for San Antonio to get a stop. Parker. And Bonner saves it beautifully to Ginobili.
Hey, if San Antonio doesn't get a stop, they just can't produce enough offense to catch him.
Duncan with the fake and the lay-in. And a timeout call. It's a 5-point game, but every time the Spurs, and they have to work hard for their points, they have trouble stopping the Mavericks getting the hoop at the other end. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Dallas. The Mavericks maintain this 5-point lead as of late, with 5:29 remaining in regulation. And Mike, what's your big picture impression of what you've seen so far in this game?
Well, if we had to sum the whole thing up, the key guys for both teams are getting done what they have to do. It's the other players that are stepping up, the Haywoods, the Sean Marions for Dallas, whereby those other players for San Antonio are really struggling to make shots and put points on the board.
So they still have time to do it, as Duncan with 27 points, leading the Spurs, and Nowitzki with 32, high man in the game. McDyess back in, defending Nowitzki, who's driving now, off balance, and a foul. So Dirk Nowitzki, who is 10 for 10 from the line, will go to the stripe once more.
Nowitzki may have banged knees right there at the end. You see him hobble just a little bit. He stopped, bent down, grabbed that knee.
That was the first personal, the first team foul on San Antonio. His number is 41, and that's his season's high, which he scored against the Spurs back in November. Caron Butler and Eric Dampier replaced Sean Marion and Brendan Haywood in the Dallas lineup.
Well, they certainly have a lot of size. They have the ability to change their lineups, go to a very, very big lineup. They can play small if they want. Tremendous versatility, flexibility with that Dallas roster.
So Rick Carlisle's Mavericks, who eliminated the Spurs in 5 last year, up by 7. Just about 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. And they're going to call the foul on Jason Kidd. And that'll be the fourth team foul against Dallas, so they'll be in the penalty next foul. Ginobili, reverse lay-in. And a good save by Terry.
How many layups right at the rim shot attempts has San Antonio missed this evening?
Against Jefferson, the fall away by Nowitzki. 12 of 14 from the field. 36 for Dirk.
He's just too good. They do not have a solution, a stopper for him. Greg Popovich has tried a lot of different things, but no one has been able to stop Dirk Nowitzki.